How's it going, guys and girls? This is Ketchup and Mustard here once again, and what is there to say? The Kombat Pack 2 has now officially been announced. 4 more characters will become playable in 2016 in the form of Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Xenomorph Alien from the Alien franchise, Bo Rideshow, and this new character who is being referred to as currently as Triborg. We don't know if that's the official name. Triborg, I guess, makes sense in the sense that this character is going to be the 3 cybernetic ninjas from Mortal Kombat fused into one character using the variation system. So Cyrax, Sector, and Smoke, by the looks of things, will be playable in this one character. This video is going to focus on Triborg specifically. We're going to do this for other characters as well, but to be honest, it makes sense that we kick things off with this robot because this is the character that has massively caught our attention specifically. There's a couple of things here that we're going to talk about. Who is this character? Who are they based on? And to be honest, this might not necessarily actually be Cyrax and Sector. This could be a new character entirely. We've had a lot of time with the game and the franchise, so using our knowledge of the game and the characters, we're going to talk about our personal take on who we think this character is going to be. So first things first, something that Ketchup and I really did speculate for quite some time, with there being the chance of this character making Kombat Pack 2, was if the cyborgs come back in any way, shape or form, it might mean the return of the Takunin. Now, for those of you watching who weren't too sure who the Takunin were, back during the 3D MK timeline, which is obviously the one that NetherRealm have kind of steered away from and redone with MK9, the Takunin were a clan of exclusive cyber ninjas under the command of Sector. Now, in the original timeline, Sector overthrew the Lin Kuei. Well, I guess really took control of the Lin Kuei, but was defeated by Sub-Zero and basically exiled for the Lin Kuei and forgotten about. With this happening, he then went on to create the Takunin, who were a clan of cybernetic ninjas under his own control. To remind you guys of the events of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, we see Sector take Taven prisoner, trying to extract information from him based on the plot lines of MK Armageddon and all that stuff that doesn't really matter now to this plot line, but with the return of this mysterious cybernetic character that comes in and seemingly steals the Sector remains from the Lin Kuei temple and then disappears, does lead us to suggest that maybe we'll see the return of the Takunin, or if this person is just trying to claim back what Sector did, which, if you remember his ending in MK9, was he overthrew the Lin Kuei and became the new Grandmaster. Now, we all know that arcade endings aren't always considered canon, but we really think that Sector's MK9 ending specifically was indeed a canon ending, because we know that throughout the comic series, Sector basically took control of the Lin Kuei, turned everybody into cyborgs, similar to how he did in Armageddon with the Takunin, but then he was overthrown by Sub-Zero in MKX, and we also saw, obviously, Sub-Zero explaining in the story mode for X that he killed Sector, took control of the Lin Kuei, and all that good stuff. But we can clearly see in the Kombat Pack 2 trailer that this robot comes in and then takes Sector's remains away, which leads me into Sector's Armageddon ending. Sector seems to be quite a driving force behind this character in terms of the backstory so far, but in Sector's Armageddon ending, he basically, after defeating Blaze, tracks down Cyrax and Smoke and fuses together. They create this like abomination character who can rule all of the realms as one giant machine god character. But to be honest, ever since that Armageddon ending all those years ago, we really thought that one day NetherRealm would indeed create this triple cyborg character. And to be honest, Mortal Kombat X is the perfect chance for them to do that with the variation system.
The realms will soon tremble at the coming transformation. All will bow to the new god.
Now, to finish things off, we really wanted to go into a little bit of discussion about what we predict the special moves are going to be for Triborg. Now, we know that, especially with MK9, Cyrax and Sector had a plethora of special moves to choose from, hopefully going into MKX when they come out. But Cyber Smoke was really a Mortal Kombat Deception thing. I know MK3 had, but it was more of a bonus character with borrowed moves from other characters, whereas Deception, he really sort of had his own arsenal of attacks. Now, I think to keep things safe, we predict there's going to be a teleport for Triborg, which for Sector, he's got his teleport uppercut. Cyrax has his exploding teleport, which is always more of a repositioning tool than an attack, but then we remember that Smoke and MK9 had that really cool, almost like double fake teleport that we might be able to see used for Cyber Smoke in MKX. Now, projectiles are another thing. We know that Sector was definitely kind of built around his rockets. Obviously, you've got the straight missile that knocked down on hit, did a chunk of damage, the homing rocket, which is very MK3. Cyrax has his bombs, the electronet. I mean, there's a lot they can work with. I mean, Smoke as well. I think we're going to see the Smoke side of Triborg have the most interesting new specials, because a lot of them will be new. I think we might see some MK9 inspired Smoke moves, almost with a cyborg twist on them. But I think for Cyrax and Sector, the ones we really want to see are the rockets, the homing missiles, the nets, and the bombs. That's kind of the main specials we really want to see. And that concludes our, I suppose we'll call it a mini breakdown of Triborg in Mortal Kombat X. Like we said, we're not sure if that's actually going to be his final name, but it's definitely what he's being referred to as generally across the board. That's not been corrected yet, but we really want to touch on how we think this character is going to fit into the game. And to be honest, we would love nothing more than for NetherRealm to expand on the whole Dakunin side. And to be honest, the Cyborg side, there was really only one chance the robots were going to be in the game, and it made the most sense for there to be one robot with 3 variations, and we're both over the moon that that is now the case. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and sub. Next time we're going to be talking about the Xenomorph alien. There's a couple of things there which hasn't really been discussed, but are definitely worth pointing out, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you all very much for watching. We hope you guys take care, and we'll see you next time.